Hello again. So, yesterday I was talking about the Wheel of Life, this well known Buddhist image, often found in monasteries and other places. We're probably familiar with it. And in particular, I was talking about the six realms of existence. So, sometimes this is seen from a Buddhist perspective, literally in terms of realms that we can be reborn into, but more usually we describe it in terms of states of mind that we inhabit. And I talked about how we make our own mind. That is, most of the time we project outside ourselves. We see the problems in our life, the pains of our life being due to other people, other circumstances, things outside of ourselves, rather than taking responsibility for our own minds. And we know that if you take a dozen people that experience exactly the same conditions, they will all experience it differently. Yeah, we don't all experience the world in the same way. So, yesterday I talked about the six realms, that is the God realm, the warring gods, or the Azura realm, the Hell realm, the hungry ghost realm, the animal realm, and the human realm. So I describe the defilements or the negative states that we can inhabit in each of those realms. And today I want to talk sort of about their counterpart. So, what can help in each of those realms? What can help us see the truth of reality? What can help us see what the Buddha taught is going to really help within when we're inhabiting that realm. So if we look closely at those images, those six realms, we can see that there appears a Buddha in each of them. It's often said to be Avalokiteshvara, the Buddha of compassion, who appears in each of those realms. And the Buddha is holding in his hand something that will help that particular sufferer in that realm. So in the God realm, usually we see the Buddha holding a lute, a musical instrument, a lute, and he's playing the music of impermanence, the music of impermanence. So in the God realm, things are so favourable that actually we don't really care about reality. We don't think about death. We don't think about impermanence. We're just busy really in luxurious circumstances, totally enjoying ourselves, giving ourselves up to every pleasure. And I talked about that being the realm perhaps of the rich and the famous, you could say. And yes, this music of impermanence played by the lute reminds all the time that music, music is very seductive, isn't it? It's very, I know when I get some song in my mind, it's very hard to get it out. It's very hard to concentrate on anything else. So, yeah, the God realm hears in the back of their minds the music of impermanence, reminding them that nothing lasts. The music comes to an end. And often the lotus, the flower of the lotus, is also seen as a reminder of impermanence. So that's what we need to remember all the time, that nothing ever lasts and that everything will come to an end at some point. We don't have to make that a downer in our lives. It's like, well, it can make things even more precious. If we are having a blessed life at the moment, well, we can remember that it won't last, but also we can really enjoy it. So next we have the Azura realm, or the warring gods. And this is a very strong, overpowering realm to be in, that competitive realm when we're feeling competitive, or we just want to get ahead all the time. You know, I said it's the realm of big business and so on, and of politics, for example. So it's a power mode. It's operating in this power mode. So obviously we need something very powerful to appear in that realm that is going to cut through that thrusting, ambitious nature. And what the Buddha holds is a sword. Well, it's not an ordinary sword. It's a sword surrounded by flames, a bit like Manjushri holds in his hand. And it's the sword of wisdom, the sword of wisdom, the sword that cuts through. So, yes, it's cutting through the ignorance of seeing that success, power is still all going to be left behind. If we can channel our ambition, if we can turn that towards the Dharma, if we could have the ambition to get enlightened and put as much energy into that as we do into competitiveness, we would have the freedom that comes with that. So yeah, that's the warring gods, or the Azura Realm. Then there's the hungry ghost realm. And I talked yesterday about how that greed will never end, how craving is something that can drive us and will never stop. And we certainly don't overcome craving by feeding it. So those little hungry beings in that realm, I said, have got pinprick mouths and swollen bellies, and they can't eat anything that doesn't turn to fire or excrement. So it's a really unpleasant image. And what the Buddha offers them is some ambrosia, the nectar of the gods, something that they really can ingest and absorb. And of course that is the Dharma, once again in a different form. And you may remember from the Buddha's life that he was very good at giving people exactly what they needed. He didn't always teach in the same way. He didn't preach. He gave people exactly what they needed. But I haven't got time to go into that today. So in the hell realm, I'm moving on to the hell realm, and that tortured, probably one of the most unpleasant places to be. It's the realm of mental ill health, of anxiety, of depression. And what is going to help? Well, the Buddha offers a soothing balm, or sometimes seen as just cooling water. Anger and pain and depression is very isolating and often very hot, very fiery. So the Buddha offers balm, a cooling balm. So moving on to the animal realm, and in the picture we see the Buddha with a book in his hand. Sometimes this realm is also associated with the mala, the beads with 108 beads. And in a way, both of those represent, you could say, being given numeracy and literacy. So knowledge, really. The animals want to break out of their ignorant situation, and the only thing that will do that is knowledge. And animals have their own intelligence, as I was saying yesterday, but also they can be taught. And maybe by the time they die, if they have had experiences where they have learned, they will be born in a more favourable realm. So then we move on to the human realm. This is a bit of a whiz through, I know, but in 10 minutes or so, that's the best we can do for now. So in the human realm, you may remember that it's pride. The Buddha appears as the Buddha that we recognise in Shakyamuni, images of Shakyamuni, with in robes and carrying a begging bowl. So it's representing the Dharma, but I think it's also representing renunciation, a simple life, moving away from materialism and grasping at more and more worldly things to satisfy us that never will satisfy us. So the Buddha is offering what he knows can really help in those realms, can really satisfy us. So it's a picture worth contemplating, the Wheel of Life. It hasn't just got 6 realms. There's also the 12 links of conditioned existence that are around the outside rim of the Wheel of Life, and there are plenty of books that talk about the Wheel of Life, and I might go into more of it at another time. Anyway, that's plenty for today. Bye for now.